Hello, thank you for tuning in to this week's Picker Read. The question this time is going to be, can I be playful with this? So it might be a situation that you're thinking maybe you can't, but you're asking the question, would that change things if I was? Is that a good idea? Maybe it's something you want to be playful with, but you're having that weird feeling like, that could be a problem. So, the two decks I'm going to use for this is the Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan and Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. I already shuffled, but let's put the piles together to see what we get from here. I'm going to do 5 piles as usual. See, make sure I get these in frame. Can I get these in frame? Is that going to be possible? Okay, there's my 5 piles. Okay. Okay, we got those. The messages that go with them. Okay, that's a little messy. Yeah, we'll do you there. That's the Calcite. Tiger's Eye. This is actually rose quartz, even though it's quite pale. Okay, so I think we're going to do rose quartz first, actually. Then we'll do the rainbow hematite, the cat's eye, tiger's eye, probably tiger's eye, the green calcite, and then the lapis lazuli. All right, so can you be playful with this? The rose quartz, which we could put you there. Oh, we didn't get a lot of cards here either. Alright, so can you be playful? I think the quick answer, which you probably saw the better not come out here, if you can read that. I know it's kind of dark, or not dark, too bright. Better not. That's where it's heading, I also want to note. It's not that you can't be playful at all with this, but I'm noticing like things aren't moving very fast. Whoever you're dealing with, they really do want, they're feeling deprived. I would like to say deprived. So whatever the situation is, they're deprived. It might have nothing to do with you. It might be just the subject in general. They're feeling like, it's almost like, if you have a restaurant, somebody's coming to eat at your restaurant, they haven't eaten for days. It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. It's just pretty much you could give them sand on a plate. They'd be like, this is the best thing, because they haven't eaten in days. So the hunger is kind of like giving me that feeling like whatever it is you're doing with this person, there's something they want. They haven't had it for a while, at least not to a satisfactory end, and nothing seems to be happening. So if you're playful, I feel like they might get a little over energetic. Now that could, like, just to give you another scenario, like in a work environment, like sometimes people they cut loose with humor a little bit. Sometimes people cross lines or maybe challenge lines that maybe aren't really appropriate, and you can put that wherever you want, appropriate in whatever way. And I'm getting like this energy is like it's pent up, it's going to go too far. That's why the better not showing up over here is just like, let things go slow, open doors slowly. Don't be too liberal, don't be too playful is literally what I'm getting, because if you're too playful, the other side's like really wanting that, and I feel like it's going to go overboard. That's the problem. So they're saying it's better not. You could open that door, but you might end up getting more than you really want, is what they're saying. Is there anything else with this one? It's very short, sweet, and simple, so I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I'm like, why am I holding on? There's nothing else coming out with this one, so we'll let it be. Let's go into the next one then. I mean, if that's what that is, let's go into the next one. I wonder if they're all going to be quick, quite frankly. This is the rainbow hematite. Rainbow hematite. So for those who chose that, up 2, 3. This is kind of like a bridge feel to me, by the way. So this is actually, this one, it says slipping away. Like your opportunity to be playful could be slipping away. It's right here in this spot right here. Like you have some time left, and whenever you click on this, you probably have a week. I'm going to just throw that out there. Two of Wands is like you're deciding, do I really want to be more playful? Am I giving up some of the control here? Am I leaving things open? Like, for example, if you're in a management position and you become a little bit too chummy, a little bit too friendly, is that going to put you at a disadvantage? Sometimes people worry about that. Or, you know what I mean? If I become playful, is that going to like take people? Is that going to make people take me less seriously? Is that going to make these other type of problems? What they're saying is, I feel like what they're saying is it is good for you to be a little bit more playful with this. And the path is saying, with the slipping away, is like you're not going to have really a good opening for that much longer. Like soon it's going to trip into a different level, a different feeling. It's not going to work as well. It's not going to feel right, even though you could technically still do it down the road a little farther. I'm getting the bonding and the purpose of it, like to get closer or to bring people together, whatever that is. That part's kind of slipping away. Like you could do it later on down the road, but I feel like you have a very diminished result from it. Then there seems to be a worry about losing control or losing some respect or something like that, or like people not listening to you the way they should. I don't feel like that's really a danger right here. I'm actually noticing you get more power down the road by opening up a bit and being a little bit more playful. Because I definitely feel like whatever the situation is, making the point, like when certain things are fun, but when there's other times that things need to be more serious, then I'll be more serious. Like I feel like you can turn the switch when necessary. So there, and I feel literally if you become more playful with this, you become more powerful. The whole situation feels better, but I'm feeling the power on your side more. By being more playful, I really feel like you're getting more respect. So however you're deciding to be more playful, it doesn't have to be in a bad way. Like sometimes people take it that way. Like, you know, if I become more aggressive or more humorous, like be careful of your humor, of course, that, you know, people don't take me as seriously. I keep getting that over and over. But I'm getting you put it in the correct context, show that you can have some fun with people, show that you can relax. It bonds them to you stronger. It gives a stronger bond between you and them. It gives you a stronger base going forward. The Ten of Cups is like everybody's getting along. Everybody's having a good time. People want you to stay where you are in this situation because not only do you cut loose, but you get things done at the same time. Like you know when to cut loose, you know when to get things done. Brings people closer, makes people more loyal to you too, by the way. I'm getting more an increased strength in loyalty here as well. Is there anything else I'm getting here? I think we already went through it. I'm getting it. You get stronger, increased loyalty, a lot of increased loyalty by cutting some slack here and being a little bit more playful. Yeah, I think this is a good one. I like this one. I think this is saying, yes, be more playful. Do it. All right. So that's what we got for that one. Let's pick these up and go into the next one. I feel like I'm talking really fast. I'm going to try to slow that down a little bit. Tiger's Eye? I want to say this is Tiger's Eye. Any other day I'd probably know what it was called, but today, you know, I'm just going to be all that type of special. Oh, that's upside down. So is that one. Ooh, I like this. What does this say? Solid inversion. Okay, so, which I'm getting like, you got justice reversed as injustice. You got growth reversed as like things are not advancing, but you're also seeing solid inversion here. I actually feel like this is going to be another one that says, yes, be more playful with it. The reason I'm saying that is like, this part is when it's not playful. This is it seems like this is more when it's not playful. Like people don't seem to, whoever you're dealing with, they just see you in an improper light. They think you're more rigid than you actually are. There's not a lot of growth here. There's not a lot of wanting to be around you is what I'm getting. But this isn't fair because I feel like you can have a lot of fun. You can be a fun person, a really good energy, but you're seen in a very rigid light up to this point. The solid inversion, it's down here in the environment, which is telling me as long as you're not playful, people are just, whoever you're dealing with just thinks you're too, like, I want to say matronly. Why do I even say that? Too, like, it seems like that's a feminine connotation, which I don't usually do that, but what's another word for matronly for a male? Like, you know what I mean? Too strict, too boring. Yeah, I guess you would say that for a guy, right? Too strict and too boring. Is that, because it doesn't matter what gender you are, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're viewed as a very strict and boring person. That's what I'm getting with the solid inversion. And like, you're not, it's like the people around you don't feel like they can cut loose because they don't think you would appreciate it. You might have aversion to it yourself. So this is only until like you are more playful. Like when you cut loose a little bit and you make things a little more funny, humor if you can do it, or you just maybe you join into an activity that's just about hanging out and having a good time. And I feel like for some of you, you're showing up at something. You've been invited, but they're not exactly expecting you to show up, and then you do, and you're fun. That acceptance, the acceptance of the connection coming in here, these two hands, I feel like this is like people looking at each other in different ways, but realizing, you know what, we all want to have a good time. We all just want to, you know, enjoy life. We all have that goal to enjoy life. So the fact that you can do that, you're doing that with this person or these people, you're noticing this Five of Wands. It's upside down, which means conflict and a lot of controversy is being swept under the rug, which makes me actually feel good because I feel like there's people in this situation that can be just difficult to deal with. But when you become more buddy-buddy with them, just enough to where it's acceptable, they back off. They could start problems. They decide not to because, you know what, I'm going to hang out with this person some other time, or I like doing this with this person. That would be you. So I don't want to be a pain in their butt. I feel like some of you, you're in an employee or something like that, like management. Like you're like in a lower spot than they are, you know, on this, you know, corporate scale. You're in a lower, I feel like some of you are in a lower spot. And when they come in to you, or like when you're going to hang out with them or you're somewhere where they are, and you get along with them and you have some fun with them, they're likely to back off when they can. They just seem to be giving you an easier time. If they don't have to say something, they won't. If they do need to say something because they seem to be on friendly terms with you, they bring it forth in a nice way, or they try to like say, but I don't want to make this an official thing, so before it gets too far to hand, I'm bringing it forward to you so that it doesn't have to go on anybody's review or anything like that. And I'm seeing this happen. I feel like that's coming. Especially if you're dealing with like a manager, like it's maybe your manager or somebody up higher than you on the corporate scale, something like that. When you cut loose and you get closer and you accept each other, I feel like they're going to give you what they would think is an acceptable heads up. In other words, like we're aware that people are, you know, taking extra 10 to 15 minutes on lunch and not clocking in correctly. I'm just giving you a heads up that if you're doing that, you want to stop that right away because they're going to crack down on it and some people might end up losing their job or something like that. I feel like they'll give you a heads up because you're friends. To them, it's acceptable. They're just like, they're starting to investigate it. You might want to make sure that you don't do it or stop doing it right now and try to toe the line as best as possible. I feel like they would give you a heads up to that. So that's the Five of Wands being reversed. Like they're taking the controversy out. They want to keep getting along with you. When you're playful with them, they enjoy it. They want to keep you around. They want to keep that relationship easy and malleable. So if they can acceptably, you know, give you a heads up, they will. That's what I'm getting from this. And that's what we have for that one, I think. All right. That just kind of, these are going fairly quick. I kind of like that. I guess we don't need to draw it out too long if it's just not going there. The message is coming through, right? All right, what's the next one? The next one is green calcite, and I have it on its side for whatever reason, but there you go. Now, oh, that's on your side. Are they all upside down? What's this? It could get sticky, and that wanted to go upside down too, but we'll see. We'll see. This one's it could get sticky. So you want to know, can you be playful with this? Well, I feel like first of all, whatever situation you're involved with, and I don't know if you can see these. Do I have them in a bad spot? Here, I'll try to move them up a little bit. the situation you're involved with, you might be expecting to maybe change or end. And I don't feel like the end is anywhere near. When I'm getting the Eight of Pentacles reversed, I feel like there may be a change coming forward, but the end is not. Karma reversed is also making me feel that. Because I feel like it's kind of like saying it's not time, things aren't coming in yet, cycles are not moving forward. I feel like it's more like a change, like almost like changing the color of a room. That type of change could come in. But like changing residence, that would not be coming in. That seems like that's delayed. It may be expected, but definitely delayed. Karma reversed is saying something maybe you even want, but it's not going to really happen. I'm getting in the environment, the faith reversed. I'm getting a lot of negativity with this, I got to be honest. I really feel like it's almost like somebody's expecting something to change here. But it's like the change that's going to happen is like, for example, you live in the same house, you just painted a room a different color. You went from orange to red or orange to blue, like a big, it could be that much of a color change, but literally it's the same room. It's just what you're doing with it. But I still feel with karma upside down, I feel like people are upset about this because they were really expecting it, and it's like reversed. The unexpected change did not happen. What's actually unexpected here is that it didn't happen. And that's bothering people. And the Wheel and the Six of Cups on its side is telling me like people are not happy about this, and they're trying to force this situation forward, and they're looking at where things have been and trying to like argue why it needs to move forward, why things need to change, and it's not happening. So what I'm getting to the can you be playful with this? I don't. It's going to get sticky is basically saying this is going to get really kind of muddy. People are not going to be nice. People are going to be very cranky. Being playful with this, I actually feel might backlash on you. I would say do not be playful with this. If this is locking in or making sense to you about something that people are expecting a change, people feel like that's necessary, that it's almost like it's something that is supposed to, like they're taking it for granted, like has to happen. There's no way around it, and then it doesn't happen. That's the unexpected reverse. Like unexpectedly, nothing is changing. Like they're really expecting something to change. The unexpected part is that nothing is changing, and they're really unhappy. The most you're going to get is the changing of a color of a room. You know what I mean? Still the same room. People are going to get really sticky, really muddy. People are going to be very unhappy. If you try to make this playful, even in this part, I feel like it's just going to backlash against you. I'm getting don't make this playful. Don't be overly, rigid naturally, but like they're like don't be playful with it. It's going to get you right in the butt. It's going to snap right around and get you in the butt. You don't want it. You really don't want that to happen. I think that's the answer for this one. That one went real quick too. These answers are like, they're really fast, which is okay. I mean, I don't know why I'm conflicted about that, but they're going quick. I don't know. Sometimes I watch other readers, and I really like, there's a few of them I really like. And some of them get right to the point, and I'm like, that's cool. And I think, wow, I have to like watch it again. I have to watch that segment again because I'm like, that went really quick. There's other readers I watch, though, and they'll keep repeating the same thing in different ways. And I'm just kind of like, all right. And I try not to be that way, but All right. Lapis Lazuli. For those of you who chose Lapis Lazuli, right there. Right side up, maybe? Oop. Can't pick it up. Oh. Ooh. As I make all my fun sounds. Okay. This says more observing needed. Hopefully I spelled things right there, but if you can't read it, that's okay, because I might have spelled it wrong anyway. Going into this, can you be more playful? I would say not yet. Especially with the more observing needed, it's probably very obvious to a lot of you that it's not really at a point where the situation isn't at a point yet where you can really evaluate whether that's a good idea or a bad idea at this point. Coming into it, like the wheel is turning, but it's almost like it's in process of turning. It reminds me of The Price is Right. That wheel is spinning. Who knows where it's going to land? It's not whether it goes left or right. It's where it finally lands. You going to get $1 or you going to get 2 cents? Like, what are you going to get? 2 cents is not the best. $1 you could probably win. or tie, one of the two. And I'm getting this extremes, like it's almost like it's a gambling feel here to me. It really feels like that Price is Right wheel where they spin that thing around. The extremes with the wheel makes me feel like it's spinning and it's spinning and it's spinning, and you really have no idea where things are going to land. I'm actually getting here that the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is more in the environment. So the wheel, when this wheel kind of starts to slow down, I don't even feel like it's finished spinning at this point. It's just kind of slowing down over here. Other people are not happy with what they're seeing their options are going to be. And the fruition upside down in the environment is kind of like, it's kind of like limiting what you can do just yet. More observing is needed because you got to wait for that wheel to finally stop spinning. When it finally stops spinning, you're going to know. If it spins like on a low number, for example, like things aren't that great, things didn't turn out the best, being playful is probably not your best idea. If it ends well and it spins and it ends on something good, something favorable, and the environment is happy, being more playful will work to your advantage. I feel like that's where this is saying. Like, you're going to have to wait for that wheel to stop. It's got to stop. Things have to sort out. Like, did this end in a good way? Did this end in a bad way? And when you know for sure which it is, and I'm getting while the wheel is spinning, you're not going to know for sure. That's kind of a clue that, like, if you're not really sure, the wheel is probably still spinning, so it hasn't come to its stop yet. So if you're not sure, hold off. I would say don't be playful just yet, not just now. But then based on the outcome, good outcome, be playful. It will benefit you, it will go well. Bad outcome, don't be playful. Just keep it as is. Just keep that status quo. Don't do it, because the Three of Swords in the environment is like, there's people. I'm seeing, like, before it stops spinning, they're getting this nervous feel. They're not feeling happy, so they're liable to get worse. I'm just saying, if it goes that way, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm saying, because I'm feeling like there's like almost like I don't want to say grudge, but almost like vindictive. I want to say vindictive feel to it. Because a grudge would be against somebody. I don't feel like that's what this is. I feel like when this spins out in a negative way, there's this vindictive, I want to make somebody else feel as bad as I feel type feeling. So I just, like, you might try to be playful and happy, and they'll just turn it right around and smack you in the face with it, is what I'm getting. So if it ends in a bad way, I would just keep it the way it is. Don't try to cheer people up. Just let it be what it is. And that's that. Alright, I think that was good. We got to the end of that. So thank you for watching. I hope that helps. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.